All right, man. According to Fox 2 Detroit, and they did a press conference with the mayor, Mr. Duggan. There, it says further burdened by COVID-19, Detroit plans $31 million in rent relief options for residents. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And it starts off, Detroit just got its hands on a big pot of money and it hopes to use for rent relief, homeless assistance, and other housing problems associated with COVID-19 pandemic. Awarded $31.3 million in federal funding through CARES Act passed by Congress. Detroit Housing and Revitalization Department, HRD, plans to target housing instability residents as their economic outlook diminished in the face of business shutdowns and high unemployment rates. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan is going to discuss the plan during the press conference Monday, 3 p.m. And I put the article link in the description so you can watch. Almost $21 million will be for the community development block grant, and $10.5 million are intended for the use of emergency solution grants. These funds have been allocated to the city to relieve the significant challenges associated with COVID-19 and must be used to directly target the virus. Read the press release. Limit its spread and reduce its direct economic impact. These funds will begin to help our city recover from the pandemic by keeping Detroiters in their homes and by assisting our most valuable residents, said Mike Duggan. However, it is really just the beginning, and we have requested additional federal funds to ensure that lives are saved and Detroit recovery will not be undone by the virus' devastating consequences on the economy. Okay, housing struggles is not a novel concept for Detroit residents. Almost half the city's renters are cost burdened by a lack of affordable housing, meaning more than 30% of income gets diverted to housing. When rent costs are too high, most other sectors of people livelihood suffers, whether it's transportation, child care, health concerns, or education. With the housing costs rising but wages aren't, many Detroiters already found themselves under pressure of faltering affordable housing system before the COVID-19. All right, more than 40% of the city's residents have lost their job or experienced unemployment during the pandemic. Statewide restrictions seeking to dim the spread of the COVID-19 meant shutting businesses and limiting travel, which led to rising unemployment rates unseen in Michigan. And it goes on to, basically say, as the city starts to rebuild its foundation, it's targeting housing disruption caused by the pandemic first, arguing if residents can avoid being put on the street, they'll be at risk for contracting the virus. The $21 million will be used for investing in supportive housing, housing counseling, tax filing assistance, housing search and placement, eviction defense, rent assistance for landlord and tenants. And for the $10.5 million in emergency grant funds, will focus on rapid rehousing, improving the quality of shelter, and increasing the capacity for social distancing and homeless prevention. All right. So at the end of the day, a lot of people, renters and landlords, is going to be helped with back rent. All right. It's going to help you not get evicted. I'm thinking eviction defense is going to be court costs and, to keep your houses. So, this was needed. It must have been a big problem. It must have been a lot of reports filed, or they might have did some type of surveys, or maybe people was trying to, evict people or file eviction notices with the courts while that was on freeze. And they probably seen the numbers that a lot of people, once this pandemic was over, was going to pretty much flood the eviction courts. Now, they usually give you some time to move on, but when you ain't got no money to move on, where you going to move to? The bailiff's just going to put you on the streets. They're going to help you with housing counseling, and they're going to help you find a house and place you there. So this was much needed. I know a lot of people was joking on social media like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have paid my rent. But at 31 million is going to be divided, and not everybody going get this relief. Not everybody going to know where to sign up for it at. And then again, knowing the history of Detroit, knowing that they misuse funds, it's always in the back of most people who follow the politics, who remember the city of Detroit. that will all these funds go to Detroiters. You know, we've seen the small businesses, you know, loans go to big businesses, Shake Shack, the Los Angeles Lakers, you name it. And a lot of them gave back. Mike Morris was a beneficiary of that, and he gave it back. So it's always in the back of your mind. Don't depend on this, because they always misuse funds in the city of Detroit. Not putting that shortcoming on Mayor Duggan, and also stay on alert. I try to do the videos to keep everybody that needs this assistance on alert where to go and get this assistance at, because it's going to dry up quick. It's going to be a lot of people down there trying to get their rent paid. But for people that got trouble paying rent and they worried about the stay-at-home order getting lifted and getting evicted, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to put this article link in the description when I get more news. And also, they might have programs coming up for utilities as well. They always had those even before the COVID-19. So if I find more information on that, check me out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and I'll post a video there on YouTube. You can find me there. All the links in the description. Want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal there. Best way to donate, share the video. And also check on the channel, Wild Goodfellas Sports TV, more sports, music, news, entertainment. Let me know what you guys think. Article link in the description. One time for the one time we gone.